a coastal view that one can see anywhere in Iberia. Rubble close by indicates the place may have once been a prosperous village, but now only a solitary wind chime left hanging on a wall echoes the waves as they hit the shore. A wave washes a sea terror onto the beach. No, perhaps it might have followed the wave to dry land. Whatever it was, it didn't seem to have a goal in mind. It merely wandered, looks around just like its brethren do. It shouldn't have found anything. All it can see while standing in its own overgrowth is the endless ocean and the sky. But in the next moment, as if it has sensed something and looks toward a certain direction, the never-changing sky is swept by a wave of ripples. It looks in that direction, but there's only an endless sky. Soon after, its compatriots arrive. Its kin, its we many. All their eyes look in the same direction. As an attendant apologizes to the proprietor, he props up his master, a court musician, and helps him leave the bar.
Mind her, you shouldn't drink anymore.
Don't get in my way. I can't figure out a tune, so I might as well just drink myself to death.
Ugh, mind her, didn't you draft several pages yesterday? I think the third song is honestly not bad at all.
At least you know me well. But 9, this will not do. It is not good enough. There is still something missing. A key ingredient. Do you understand? Kind of psychedelic and yet magnificent. An image of madness.
Of course, I understand you completely. You're always chasing this kind of work.
Huh? Oh, I must really be drunk.
What's wrong?
I saw waves streaking across the horizon.
Waves? Should take you to a doctor. What is that?
The attendant lifts his head towards the sky to see a halo-like wave sweep across the night.
This is... Could I have somehow gotten secondhand intoxication through the air?
The clouds are like waves and the sky is a curtain. Good. Sehr gut. Taran, go, quick. Take me home. No, hand me my pen. Quickly.
Here. Have you found some inspiration?
Inspiration? No, what I have discovered is a wellspring.
Under the dim streetlights, the musician lies down on the floor on his stomach, writing in a frantic pace without a care for his image. Tonight, may an artist sleep nary a wink.
Take a gander at this happy lot. They think the storm is already over and Victoria merely had a little hiccup. Whatever they possess is still intact, and will continue to remain as is. Oh, I wish I could share their optimism.
Sir, there is something I need you to see.
What happened? You're not the sort to be a killjoy at a time like this.
It seems something has happened in Colombia.
Seems?
Yes, we are urgently collecting information at the moment.
Has a rebellious child again done something incomprehensible with the science and technology they're so overly proud of?
That has yet to be determined, but at present, I can confirm that this information you must know.
Just how important is this matter that I have to be proactive instead of waiting for you to bring it to me?
It is, honestly, beyond the scope of my abilities.
The Count realizes the bitter smile on his trusted subordinate's face, and this shifts his original joking mood to one of surprise. His officer only knows to tell the truth, and this means that something has indeed happened. The Count walks to the window and immediately realizes why his subordinate was at the loss for words. That was information physically impossible to be brought before him, but also a reality that no one could ignore.
What sort of natural phenomenon is this?
We immediately hired experts relevant to this field, and combined with the information from Columbia over the past few days, they have proposed some valuable theories.
Site 359 spy dossier. Investigation report of the Mainlander Foundation. What are these? Academic papers? A barrier? Tell me the key points of note.
This layer of ripples has originated from Columbia and is extremely unnatural. After conducting some simple observations, we believe that the findings align perfectly with a long-forgotten theory in the world of science. The sky above our heads is indeed false. Something has happened.
We know nothing about it.
We have already mobilized all our spies in Columbia, and they will soon bring us results.
Spare no expense. I want an answer before tomorrow morning to bring to the Duke of Normandy.
Yes, sir.
My lord, I would like to introduce my distant nephew to you.
Tonight's banquet ends here and now.
Eh?
The Count needs his peace and quiet now, so please return home, Viscount.
Very well.
The Count looks at the distant sky without saying a word. Tonight, conspiracies hatch in alleys with countless politicians toss and turn in their beds. Warning! Energy overload! Energy overload! Shockwaves from the energy surplus have impacted the entire of Hammer. Secondary disengagement protocol acceleration completed. All secondary cabins, mountain device, and external energy lines have been separated from the AriaraShii's main body. All personnel evacuate via the escape pod and execute return protocol. Repeat, all personnel evacuate via the escape pod and execute return protocol.
This goddamn weightlessness. Couldn't they have made the escape pod just a bit smaller? Not the size of the entire room? Quick, get the self-balancing system up and running. We're gonna stabilize this room first at the very least. My bones are about to shine from being tossed around like marbles in a box.
I know, I'm working on it. I hate manually disengaging lock mechanisms so much, especially in times like these. Alright, it's stable. Now to check the return protocol. The Drogan pilot parachute's been launched, landing trajectories and auto-adjust. If you look up, there's still time to bid your farewells to control.
Hey, Bullet, look at the corridor. Isn't that Director Muse? Director Muse, get in, quick! There's still seats. You should have clearance to enter.
This is the escape pod?
This escape pod has existed since the very beginning of ARC-01's design phase, and we ran several rounds of navigation and pressure tests before, so don't worry.
You're Claude, right? I remember you. You've all been in components control for many, many years.
Before HMA-HRR took flight, Christian disbanded the Ryan Lab Components Control Section. The last job she assigned us was to assist the energy charging and focusing. All calibration, maintenance, and security tasks have already been completed. When we return to the ground, we'll all get new contracts. Leave Ryan and leave dry mounts. All right.
What's this?
A remote sensor recorder. It provides real-time feedback to the biological data in Vernium. Control said it would be helpful to you, so I was going to send it over to Ecological once I got back onto the ground. That image is updated. I'm really sorry.
Wait, don't tell me right away. Not so fast. This is... How many years did it take? Go.
In the short span of time, after Galleria Stellaria broke through the barrier, the death rate of 753 plants have exceeded 90%. The rest aren't expected to survive.
Kristen, what exactly does it look like beyond the star pod? You're fully aware of sharing the same possible fate, and yet you're unwilling to call off your trip? You've kept your promise to us all, but did you plan on traveling solo from the very beginning? Then, Saria, she...
Wait, the acceleration is still increasing. Our descent speed hasn't slowed at all. We're falling even faster than before. What's going on? Bullet!
The shockwave from the energy overload must have messed up the return protocol. I can't reverse it. Both parachutes have failed, the self-balancing system's about to malfunction.
Wait, isn't this equipped with gravity-related or redeem arch module? Find the art unit, quickly!
Right. But the current high temps and energy shock from earlier have fried a third of the modules. Current height, 3,454.7 meters. There's no stopping it. I hate not being able to jump out of the pod right now to lighten it. The heat insulation layer, the speed's too fast and the escape pod's layer is about to burn through completely. Damage rate's at 60%. The wall's deforming. It's disintegrating at this rate.
Bullet, son of a bitch. Couldn't you have passed out after installing the art unit?
How can this be? All return to ground structures have gone through several rounds of testing.
There's no simulation that can reproduce a passenger cabin returning to the ground from maximum height. Science requires first-hand verification, and that's what we're doing right now.
We should head to the inner cabin ASAP. The seats are cushioned, there are oxygen masks, we might just...
At this rate, we'll hit the ground in a minute. No one's gonna survive.
Shit! Don't even have time to record a final video message!
Are there people waiting for you?
The tremendous centrifugal force throws Cloud against the corridor's bulkhead. His face is pressed against the glass, and he sees a small, shiny spike. No, it's a person. A figure tightly bound in a thick glaze of calcium. He confirms what he is seeing, but this means the opposite figure is falling at the same speed as them, and maybe even faster.
Director Saria! She's probably passed out! At such a height, even the thickest calcium becomes a fragile layer of eggshells, and she herself doesn't even thicker than it! Damn it!
Water. A vast body of water. Water seeps from the escape pod's bulkhead, stretching in mid-air like a living organism. The escape pod is falling at high speed, and a large river of water is being towed by gravity and vaporizing, but several thick walls still manage to form in the direction Saria is falling. Cloud feels like he is seeing a lake without a shore or a lake bed. He looks at it from the bottom, and the waves are folding in layers as they sway over his head. If he wasn't currently busy trying to save himself, he feels as if he must follow and learn from the Ursus poets on how to look for the right words describing the scene in front of him. Water also rises in the cabin, and he is pushed back in the interior.
Director Muse, you're... melting?
Saria, I guess you did end up fighting with Kristen after all. So even you couldn't stop her. In the end, we couldn't do anything. These water barriers can give you somewhat of a buffer. So if you can, I hope you live. Oh, shucks. I probably look real ugly like this. But if I could go back and had this level of determination to pump all the water out of me, like right now, could I have changed a lot of things?
The water gently envelops everything in its body.
All component control employees, prepare for impact. Hold your breath. It's easy to choke when you're submerged in water. Go and meet the people waiting for you.
The first New Year's Eve after the founding of Rhinelab. Before the show ended, did they actually dance together? A dance of 3? She has kind of forgotten.
Saria, what did you see?
Just the sky.
That's right, the sky. I sat on this stump as a kid, watching my parents test flight after flight from the hill in front of us. Later, they brought me along. After they died, I never came back here until now. You're the first.
And that's why you hate the sky?
If I were 10 now, having just witnessed everyone's reaction to their deaths and just finished going through their belongings, I would tell you yes. But that's not my current answer in mind. Worries, pressure, questions, derision, and bills from corporate and government sectors. These factors didn't hold my parents back, so they're not even worth mentioning. All the way, my parents staunchly advanced towards their goals, and they only lost to themselves in the end. If the journey is destined to end prematurely, then I too will willingly die on the way there.
Don't say something that ominous.
Can I succeed? I don't know, but I'm set on doing it. I inherited everything from my parents, and I've even gone further than they did.
Kristen.
Saria, I'm not asking anything from you. I'm just sharing some past events with my best friend.
I understand.
So, any thoughts?
Weren't you merely sharing your story?
Oh, you're such a burden beast. Say something at least.
The sky is really beautiful.
She knows that no one has even seen the view at such a high altitude from such a position, and that the AriaraShii is getting further and further away from her. But she cannot open her eyes. She is falling at high speed. The wind howls, scraping against her face like a knife, and the cold, thin air rushes into her nasal cavities, making breathing difficult. Raw calcium accumulates in a frenzy, forming a thick, crystalline layer around her body, so as to prevent her dying from the violent air friction, but she cannot do anything about the impact when she lands. It was already over. The vertigo from weightlessness hits her, and no matter how hard she resists, she loses consciousness. Falling thousands of meters from the sky obviously only takes a few minutes, but why is it taking so long to experience death? She vaguely senses herself falling into the surface of water, her speed somewhat slowing down, and after amidst a burst of mechanical buzzing, it feels like if she has fallen into the clouds again. How soft it was.
Saria. Saria.
It sounds like someone is calling for her. A familiar voice.
Don't say anything yet. Eye movement response normal. There should be local internal bleeding, but cardiopulmonary functions are normal. The impact caused multiple external injuries and slightly torn flexor tendon in the left leg. I'll apply a temporary treatment on the affected area. Fortunately, there isn't any serious damage to your bodily functions, but when you return to Trimonts, you need to undergo a comprehensive medical exam. Saria, do you have a headache?
I'm fine.
Good.
I crushed your drone and these air cushions.
It's fine.
Where's Ifrit? Is she not with you?
She joined the search and rescue efforts too, so she should be nearby. Let's go meet up with her. Can you stand? Come, I'll help you up.
Silence. Thanks.
The clouds have parted, and now we can get an even more clearer view of the sky.
Yes, the sky is really beautiful. Are you not going to ask your question?
Ask what?
What happened in the AriaraShii?
Could you tell me?
I'll need some time.
Then, do you want to know?
Know what?
What happened down there when you went to stop Kristen?
Will you tell me?
I will. I need to know everything. Likewise, Saria, I need you to be fully informed, to be better prepared. This is the only way we can ensure that we won't make any missteps on the road ahead of us.
Sounds like you already have an idea.
Hold on to my shoulder. The road is hard to walk and I have no way of lifting you up completely, so we have to go together.
Claude, Benji, Johan, Bullet.
The escape pod makes a deep hole in the ground, and the hatch flies out, smashing a boulder into pieces. The inner cabin has completely warped. The infrastructure and equipment looks as if they were wrung out by a pair of hands.
I'm over here.
What a relief. You're all alright.
I'm alive. Wasn't the escape pod malfunctioning? We dropped from an altitude of over 5,000 meters. We're still alive.
Yeah, easy on the hug, there's. It seems like those arm modules managed to help us decelerate a little after all. Don't get too cocky now, Bullet. You know, you're the luckiest one out of all of us here. Hitting your head on this console and passing out our most critical moment. And then waking up as we landed safely. Must have been Annie's prayers working on you, huh? Aren't you guys getting married next year?
Hey. Why do I feel like I drowned earlier and all of you guys are soaking wet too? It's not like the pod landed in a lake. What even happened?
Have you guys seen Director Muse?
Water is still flowing out of the bulkhead connected to the escape pod, but there is no mud in the area. The night breeze will soon dry up the earth.
Al, Dame Calcit, I must admit that we are alike. My empathy with Doctor's emotions merely come from an emotional module that has yet to be erased, even after these tens of thousands of years. I'm not Friston himself, merely a tool that was made, but you are of more flesh and blood than I am, with more freedom. This makes me feel a little envious.
Any words of comfort will sound like I'm belittling your mission, Friston. I'm glad to have a life like this, and not just this one. I'm glad that I'm not just a simple machine. I've already been searching for the original answer, from the very moment I began my walk in the dust of disappointment. I've experienced more dark losses than you have, but I can also say that I've gained even more in return. If everything here had yet to happen, you might even have been able to travel through the land currently known as Terra, just like Doctor did once.
If there is a chance, I'll be happy to take it. Have a request. You are the only one who knows how to operate this system, so I would like you to erase these twisted data spanning 4,765,403 days. Keep only my emotions and original memories. Let me die as Trevor Friston, even if I can only die as a replica.
I understand your decision, but this process will take a lot of time, and you
will gradually slide into the process.
I wish to face the skies that were once free, but not as a lofty judge in an ivory tower, nor as a ghost. At least let me face the remorse and guilt I have as a person from sending my compatriots to their doom with my own hands. Let me, at the very least, see from a purist perspective how you will face the future. To think of that sky, that is my final wish.
You don't have to blame yourself like that.
Thank you. You might call this arrogance, but I must say this nonetheless. The weight of life, the weight of civilization, you can't possibly even begin to imagine how heavy it is right now. No one has the capability to decide for others what the value of their lives are. This belongs to the past, and so I will not go too deep into it. But please remember this, Doctor. This will sooner or later become a multiple choice question about the present, and will be extremely important to you. But presently, I'll say this again. Thank you. This is the final thing I can say. Go, calts it. I have already granted all privileges. Let me meet my end as a person.
I respect your decision. Please wait just a moment.
Is there no other choice?
Doctor. The doctor that knows nothing. I don't know how much you know, how much Calcit has told you. But now, before I lose all this data, let me answer your questions. Kristen also asked me innumerable questions, and I answered them all. And if it was necessary, I even showed her the answer. After witnessing everything with her own eyes, she did not lose herself. Her ideals did not even waver the slightest, and she did not see her own existence as inferior thereafter. I admire that character of hers, and so, to be fair, I will also treat you the same, Doctor. Perhaps this personality of obsession is also a present from Trevor Friston.
Who is Priestess? And what is original?
These two questions are not as different as you might imagine. Originium, even if you've lost your memories, even if you've just learned, it far exceeds the categories of the infected, catastrophes, or arts. You are still keenly aware how important Originium is. That is the way to go. Calcit, knows some answers, but I think she won't be able to tell you. Priestess will not allow her to. This restriction is carved into the depths of her original consciousness, and even death will not free her from those shackles. So should I really tell you the answer? Perhaps KohakuIntheCloset is afraid that the truth might loosen your memories and turn the tables on your hard-earned developments. Though I believe you have already done some preparations on your end. I can give you the answer, but not in its entirety. I don't even know what your past was like. My birth and isolation from the outside world happened far earlier than you think. Originium was just one of the many innumerable answers. Originium means unification. Originium means another state of existence, like the ocean of Solaris, where everything exists within disorder. Oh, yes, you have yet to even realize the contradiction of it all. So far, Rhodes Island has been working towards curing oripathy and solving the problems of these infected. Though you have also involved yourself in other matters due to KohakuIntheCloset and Theresa's ideals. However, you, in the name of Rhodes Island, fight against Originium. This is the root of everything. I do not know what decisions Priestess made in the end, but it seems that KohakuIntheCloset, with all the lives born on this land with free will, has no way to peacefully coexist with Originium. Originium can benefit humanity, but it can also destroy everything. Just like the frenzied creatures in the ocean and the endless expanding rift in the north. Priestess is the starting point of that madness, and you were once extremely close to her.
Huh? So we can cure oripathy.
I am incapable of guiding your next steps. Strictly speaking, Originium, in just its current form, it has already exceeded my understanding of it. Oripathy is not something that was carefully planned and produced. In your current situation, curing it is difficult, but there may be other ways you can stop or use it. Your past with Priestess seems to be KohakuIntheCloset's greatest taboo, and I don't even have the full picture. According to my hypotheses, your appearance, participation, and amnesia, they are not without purpose. You have to find your own answers. don't blame me for being so cryptic with my words. But sooner or later, when you face the truth of the past, you will understand Calcit's thoughtful intentions. Stay patient. Stay true to yourself.
Doctor,
Calcit?
we've already taken a huge step forward, but turn your head and look at what we've faced. Victoria, Colombia. The infected are still being discriminated against, and the flames of war might just spark at any place on Terra at any time. We still have much more to do. There will be more and more layers of crises in the future, and the current situation will become even more worrisome.
We'll fight together, right?
You're the commander of Rhode Island, the Dr. Amia trusts. We will find a way.
I am delighted to have met you both in my final moments. I can already feel some data slipping away. I might even forget our conversation in just a few seconds.
Having lost the support of your database, your emotional module will once again re-experience the loneliness of the past dozen millennia. No one knows what the consequences will be to compress all those years of emotion to just a few minutes.
I will destroy this bunker before the energy is depleted. You will need to escape in time. Thank you both. Rosie.
Are you alright?
You, the living creature, here? You must... Wait. Why is it so dark here? I'm in... Too long. Too dark. No! No, there's still the 173,005th attempt. And the next? Next time... Can anyone hear me? Answer me, please. Where am I?
How much longer do we have to wait?
I don't know. There is no way for us outsiders to judge. If these cries of anguish are memories from his past, or the emotional module responding to the stress from processing all that compressed emotion, I only feel pity and respect.
Calcit, have you experienced this before?
I hate this. Damn it. Why must I suffer this torture? Why must it be me? Even if they all come back to life, I myself won't be a living person. I made such a great sacrifice. And yet, you've all abandoned me. Who was it that gave me such a duty? Oh, it was myself. Why? Is that me? Can I still recall that determination?
Doctor, you should stop watching. Leaving Noah is the final act of respect we can give him. We have to find the exit.
Madam, over here. I knew something had happened underground when the cave collapsed.
Let's leave this place first. Is this the man-made passage left behind by Kristen?
Yes, I reckon it'll lead us to the shaft. Only heaven knows why the army never discovered this secret path.
If the Preserver had not shut down this system, it would have been impossible for you to find this passage.
What happened to Holy Egg?
I have her trapped outside, and Maylander will have a nice long chat with her later. Madam, I need to know.
There was nothing there other than an old man marching towards death. And as for what those deaths mean, I can only say they have absolutely nothing to do with Casdell.
I shall not pry any further, unless a certain matter prompts me to. Walk this way.
I am Rebel Kristen. What has happened? What have I become? Who turned off the lights? Oh, I should report that punk to the... I failed, haven't I? After how many years? How many years has it been?
That damned tin can. At least he hasn't decided to drain my blood dry yet. Where am I?
Who are you?
What are you? What are you talking about?
Why do you have a tail? And the feathers on your head? It's not an accessory or a weird fashion trend either. Just, what sort of place am I in?
These are sarcophagi. Hundreds and thousands of them. Kristen, oh Kristen. So this is the god you spoke of. Pretty different from what I imagined. He looks, very sleek. Greetings. If this is indeed the courtyard full of oracles, the destination of charity, can you install in me wings from the blood of the Ku Klux Klan? Can you show me their wind and thunder, the glory of the soaring skies, their magnificent forms? I come to you bringing 451 years of obsession from the Ku Klux Klan people, only for your approval and your answer.
So that's how it is. I'm starting to understand. My existence is fading away. I'm dying. Well, that sure sounds like something a bastard like me would do. Don't you think it's too stuffy here? For a place deemed a destination, it's too stifling. I've hated bunkers ever since I was little. I had thought, why not hide within an asteroid belt instead?
What will I become? My knowledge, my desires? Will they disappear into thin air as I gain power? If you would be willing to speak in a language I understand, God?
Oh well, I have no idea what kind of creature you are. I don't even know what the sounds you are making mean. But in a dying old man's final vision, you are on the true path, yes. I so badly want to see her one more time. My morning light.